kick starting this week of workouts off, I'm going to go in with 4 sets and 10 reps of back squats. And I love to initiate this movement at the beginning stages of my glute focused and hamstring focused leg day. Next up, we're going to go on to this very intimidating machine. And this is perfect if you want to focus on your hamstrings and your glutes. I reversed it because I have terrible knees, and this helps with engaging the glutes and the hamstrings the way I like it. To round up this leg day, I like to go in with 4 sets and 10 to 12 reps of this 45-degree hip extension machine. And what I like to do when I'm targeting my glutes is make sure that my feet are angled outward. And when I'm at the top, I like to hold for about 3 seconds so that I can really feel that pump. And then if I want to go in a little harder, I'd usually add about a 25 or 35 pound dumbbell just to give me that intensity that I need. Next up, shoulders and chest. I wanted to approach this with a really nice warm-up session, really take my time by focusing on the form of it all. So I went in with military press, and that was about 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps. I wouldn't say that I'm consistent when I'm training shoulders and chest, but because this was something that was definitely out of my depth, I really wanted to approach this with a beginner mentality. Next up, I went in with the Smith machine, and I want to introduce myself to bench pressing, so I decided to utilize the Smith machine as a sense of guidance because I don't have a spot, and if I had done this just on the bench by myself, I probably would have just not done what I needed to do. So this is actually a really good hack and a really good way of giving yourself the assistance that you need. Next up, the chest press, 4 sets, 10 reps. I love this machine. It feels like butter. It's so smooth. It's not complicated, and it gets the job done. If you want to train chest and you're a beginner, add this to your routine. When I say quads and calves, we're going to start off with this leg curl, 4 sets of 15 reps, and I just like to go in with progressive overload. You don't necessarily have to go as heavy on this one, but because I really have neglected my quads, I really wanted to just utilize this as much as I possibly could with the progressive overload. Rounding up this quads and calf session, we're going to go in with 4 sets, 10 reps. I haven't realized how popular this calf raise machine was at my gym. Every time I would go to use it, somebody else would be on it, but this is definitely going to be a staple moving forward. biceps day, my favorite upper body muscle groups to train. For chin-ups, we're going to do about 3 sets. And you can do up to 7 to 10 reps depending on how strong you are. I'm still working on my upper body strength, and I took some time off when it came down to my chin-ups, so the fact that I could only get about 7 in this video shows. But we're working on that, especially for the summertime. Next up, we're going to use the assisted pull-up machine. We're going to do 3 sets of 7 to 10 reps. And when I first started the gym, this was my go-to when I started training my back and biceps. I highly recommend this for beginners. This is the perfect way to start your strength training journey. And it's also a great way to focus on form, proper form, range of motion, and all that good stuff. If you're not implementing the lateral pull-down machine in your workouts, what are you doing? If you want those sexy wings, if you want to have that hourglass shape, you need to implement this in your back and biceps routine. Lastly, the chest-supported row. 3 sets, 7 to 10 reps. This is also a new addition to my training, so I highly recommend this one as well. Over here, we do core days on Friday, and I instantly regretted this after I completed my week of workouts. I woke up completely sore, and that lasted for about 5 days, and I'm not even exaggerating, but it was worth it. You really want to take your time with a lot of these movements. Slow and steady wins the race. Focus on engaging your core, and really take your time to focus on that mind-muscle connection. That's going to take these exercises to the next level. Last but not least, on our abs/core day of training, we're going to get into some dumbbell marches. A lot of people say that these don't work, but what you want to focus on is lifting and lowering each knee while maintaining a braced and engaged core throughout the movement. Focus on keeping your balance, and then just slow the movement down with each step. Doing a week of workouts will help you to figure out what needs to be prioritized, especially if you want to update your workout routine. There were so many things that I noticed that I needed to improve when it came down to my workout splits, and it was necessary. To maintain that, I need to stay consistent. Even though I did a lot of recovery training and I did a lot of massaging to just kind of like loosen up those muscles, everything was aching.
Don't do this to me.
I hope you guys got something out of this. I'll see you guys hopefully next week. Subscribe to the channel